Ezekiel 28:2, it says, the Son of Man, say unto the prince of Tyrus. Now that Tyrus talking about the last ruling kingdom on earth. It says, thus says the Lord God, because your heart is lifted up, and you have said, I am a God, I sit in the seat of God in the midst of the seas, yet thou art a man and not God, though you set your heart as the heart of God, or though you set your mind as the mind of God. So uh this last kingdom, which is the kingdom that's being referred to here in America, which is the Empire of America, it says that they want to be like God. Let's get another one real quick. Now, Christianity will tell you that these verses is talking about some kind of fallen angel, some kind of rebellious angel, but it was specifically talking about a man. It said, you're not God, you're a man. Now, I want verse um verse 9. That's what I want. Verse 9. It says, will you yet say before him that slayeth you, I am God? But you shall be a man and no God in the hand of him that slayeth you. So that shows that this is not talking about some fallen angel, some rebellious angel. This is about a man, and this is about the last kingdom. This is Ezekiel prophesying about the last kingdom that would be ruling, which is the American Empire, and they're showing how they're gonna develop technology to the point where they would think that they're God. Now when you go in 2 Thessalonians, it repeats this. It says, let me start at verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. So this man of sin, he's going to be revealed. It's a man. Talking about a man in these last days before the end of the world or end of his kingdom. Verse 4 says, who opposes and exalted himself above all that is called God or that is worshipped, so that he as God sit in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. So this is the mission of the last ruling empire, which is the Empire of America slash Britain international bankers. And so these individuals, they want to be God. They have a God complex. And so let me get another verse, because this is for the 2/3 of the nation of Israel, who is pretty much worshiping these people. That's what Revelation chapter 13 verse 15 is talking about. These individuals worship this American empire like it's never gonna fall, like, and they obey and adhere to the wine that they push out, the philosophy, the influence. They follow it like it's the gospel like it's God's word, and so they respect this and honor and have admiration for this darn place, the American Empire. But look at uh, Ecclesiasticus 39, uh, 28. It says, "There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them." Okay, and let me get verse 30. It says, "Teeth of wild beasts, scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction." And these so-called robots is gonna end up being the sword. Look, and this is when it's gonna be recognized in Second Ezra 16. Let's see here. Second Ezra 16. And all hell break loose. There's gonna be something going on. Let me get this verse. Um, Let me get this verse in Second Ezra. I'm thinking it's in 16. It might be in 15, but it breaks down what's gonna happen when all hell break loose in these streets and why. Okay, so it must be 15. 'Cause I haven't. Okay, merchandise. More woman pains. Okay, Bergen. Okay, let's go to 15 because I don't see this verse. All right, 15. Let's go skim through 15 because it's a specific verse that go along with this. Oh, here it is. 31. 15:31. Second Ezra 15:31. It's saying, "Then shall the dragons have the upper hand, remembering their nature, and if they shall turn themselves, conspiring together in great power to persecute them." And see, this is what's going on. These individuals are spirits that the Most High is rising up to the wicked, and they thinking they God. That's why I say they are gonna conspire together in great power, and then they're gonna remember their nature. Their nature is to be the wicked. That's their nature. You see, let's go to that Romans 9 real quick. Romans 9 and 12. Verse 11, it say, "For the children being not yet born, having done any good or evil, that the purpose of God according to election might stand, not of works, but him that calleth." So the Lord had a purpose for these so-called Egyptian American Europeans, which go back to the nation of Edom. He had a purpose for these people. Look at what it says in verse 21. It says, "Have not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel to honor and another to dishonor?" 22. "What if God willing to show his wrath and to," see, that's what Ecclesiasticus was saying, "to appease his wrath." It says, "willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, and do it with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction." See, he created these vessels of wrath because they was going to be spirits of vengeance upon the wicked 2/3 of Israel. And they're going to return back to their nature, and they're going to have an onslaught of weaponry, which is the sword. Let's get that. Uh, well, in Genesis 27:40, it talks about how the children of Esau would have that sword. But let's get Psalm 17:13. Because ultimately this is why they got the sword. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. See, he created the spirits of vengeance, which is the wicked, for the 2/3 of Israel and the wicked of Israel. Um, oh, oh Romans, Romans chapter 13, verse 1. Starting at verse 4, it say, "For he is a minister of God to you for good. But if you do that which is evil, be afraid, for he bears not the sword in vain. He is a minister of God, a revenger to execute wrath upon him that doeth evil." See, this is why this is the purpose of Esau, to be the Lord's sword for the wicked. Look at Proverbs 17:11. It say, "An evil man seeketh only rebellion, therefore a cruel messenger shall be sent against him." You see that? The Lord's going to send a cruel messenger against him. And look what he did. In 28:49, he said, "The Lord shall bring a nation against you from afar." Verse 50, it say, "A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of old, nor show favor to the young." See, this is the nation of Israel. He sent them to be a wicked nation, to punish, a cruel messenger to punish the wicked Israelites who disobeyed. Because in verse 15 it says, "But it shall come to pass, if you will not listen to the voice of the Lord your God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which he command you this day, all these curses shall come upon you and overtake you." So this is the man that is this is the nation that was created for the purpose of punishing the wicked, punishing the disobedient Israelites who don't want to keep his laws and believe a liar and a deceiver, and worship him as God. He gonna send these wicked Edomites, which they call the so-called white man. He gonna send them to punish they behind with this war. Look at Amos chapter 9, I think in 10. It said, "All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword." Who is the sword? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, which say, "The evil should not overtake or prevent us." See, that's what these Negroes are saying. We telling them that the Lord gonna send the so-called white man after them, but they believe, no, ain't nothing gonna happen. We gonna stay here in America and live in the American empire and have a good time with the so-called white man, and we gonna live like him. We gonna get reparations and live like him. See, this is what they'll tell you. But they gonna die by the sword. That who they want to live with and who they admiring as God, he got a major something up his sleeve, and he gonna return back to his original nature. He gonna remember his nature, what God made him for, what his purpose is, and that's when he's gonna persecute these individuals. Let's jump back to Second Ezra, and that's Second Ezra 16. Let's see here. It says, Verse 22, it say, for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine. See, he gonna starve them out. And the others shall escape that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. See, if they don't die of starvation and hunger, you got all kind of weapons that the so-called white man got waiting for him. Robots. He got robot dogs. He got all kind of guns and weapons and biological warfare. He gonna hit him with everything he got, because this is created. He was created for the wicked. He is the wicked, created for the wicked. Revelation, what did I want? Revelations 6:4. It says, and there went out another horse that was red. That's talking about Edom. Edom means red. And power that was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they shall kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. See, he's gonna use all kind of weapons, and this is why he is on the scene. Okay, let's see. Something else in Revelations. Nah. Revelation 12:17. It say, and the dragon, like it was saying in 2 Edges 15, that's gonna return back to its nature and conspire with great power against the children of Israel. And the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to wage war with the remnant of her seed. See, the remnant of the seed of Israel, which keep the commandments of God and have the testimony of Yahweh Shah Mashiach, which is the spirit of prophecy. See, the prophecy shows how Esau Edom is going to return to his nature and go to war with the children of Israel and play out his purpose before he go into captivity. Look at verse 10. It said, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. See, this is what the saints got evidence and prophecies telling them what's going to happen. And they having patience to wait for the vision. Like Habakkuk or Habakkuk saying chapter 2 said, though it may tarry, wait for it, because the vision or the prophecy is gonna come true. It's not gonna tarry. It surely will come to pass. But I'm gonna leave it there. All praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem and Kakadash. Double honors to the elders pushing the truth. Peace to the elect worldwide. Our kingdom is at hand. Shalom.